Hey y'all, how are you? It is a cloudy day today. I'm supposed to be out there planting the okra, but I can't tell if it's going to rain or not. It was sprinkling a while ago. So I decided to jump in my gypsy van and do a video for you. I have a new book to show you. This one is all about making different salves and tinctures and your own medicine type things, things to make you feel good, perfumes, deodorants, salves, and I'm going to show it to you. It is called Willow and Sage. You can get this. I got this one at Sam's Club. I think you get it at the bookstores and things like that. It was $15. And a lot of people say, dang, $15 for a magazine. Well, it is full of recipes that you might need if you can't get to the store and just buy the things that you're used to. So it is worth checking out for sure. They only put them out quarterly. So this one is, let me see, the February, March, April. So it's February, March, April, and then so they only put out the one, and this is the one for that time period. The new one will come out in May, so I'm anxiously awaiting to see what that one's going to be. But I want to share with you some of this so you might consider new things for your preps, because we all talk about all the canned goods and the this and the that, and everybody has seen all of those things, but have few new things for your list that you might not have thought about that hopefully is different from everything that you see every day. Because, you know, I watch all of them every day to see if I'm missing something off of my prep list, and adding some things. I do have a whole stock on this because I make salves and I make oils and all of those things anyway. But you may not do that, and you may need to. So let me give you some ideas there, and hope this is a little different from what you're used to seeing everywhere across the internet right now. Maybe not, but hopefully. Okay, again, let me show you this magazine one more time because you're going to want to look for it. Willow and Sage. Again, let's see, $14.99 US and $17.99 Canada. I did purchase it at Sam's Club. I'm sure you could probably find it a whole lot of other places. So, where am I going to go with this? First, I'm going to show you a pretty page in here. And then I'm going to tell you a few things you might want to get. So, that's one for salves if you got stung. It's called Sting Salve, oddly enough. So, you might need to purchase some cheesecloth, because if you want to make some of these things, and even just like all kinds of things, but particularly the salve, this particular salve, you might need cheesecloth. You will actually need cheesecloth. But if you're going to make any of the salves, you need beeswax. And most people don't have beeswax just on hand. So if you go on Amazon or anywhere else that you might can find beeswax, sometimes like the craft stores have it, or you can go talk to a bee person. They might have some. But if you're going to buy it at Amazon or any other place like that, supply place, you need to get cosmetic grade. So be looking for that when you're trying to figure out what you're going to buy. You also are going to want to get coconut oil for your pantry. You can just make you an apothecary or a pantry for your apothecary. How about that? You need pantries and pantries and pantries. Anyway, coconut oil. You're going to need some of that. You could get it solid or liquid. I like both. When I'm making the oils, I like to use the liquid. And if I'm going to use the salves or other things like that, then I'll get the solid. But in the oils that I'm going to use in the roller bottles, you don't want it to solidify in there. You can warm it up in your hands. Just roll the bottle like this, and it'll warm it up. But, you know, for simplicity and variety, you might want to get the liquid on that. I also use the extra virgin olive oil it has a good shelf life on it too. So you might want to stick some of that up, not only for your food, but for making cosmetic things, salves, all kinds of oils, things like that. I'm watching someone in the background walk up, see if they're going to talk to me. No, they're walking the other way. Anyway, apricot kernel oil. You might not have heard of that. That's also good to make the oils and salves. Vodka. If you're going to make tinctures, put some vodka up. It can be rot gut. It doesn't have to be something really good, because actually the less quality bottom shelf it is, the better it is for your tinctures. You're going to need to put up some Epsom salt to make some of these things. Some raw honey. We're going to use raw honey for our tea. We're going to use it for burns. We're going to use it, what else are we going to use it for? Coughs and all of that. But some of these recipes in here also call for raw honey. So, add those little things to your list of preps. You're also going to need some bottles to put it in. Put your medicines and whatever I'm talking about. I got all lost in my book. Anyway, you're going to need the little bottles, like roller bottles, dropper bottles, little glass bottles. You're going to want to get the amber color, because that way the heat and light doesn't come in. You can get those also on Amazon. Some other wholesale places have them. Look around on the internet, Google it, you'll find them pretty cheap. Also, if you're going to make lip balm, can you see that picture? They have these little tubes. You can buy those on Amazon. For sure. I'm not telling you Amazon because I want you to just go to Amazon. I'm telling you that because I've purchased them there before, and I know that you can get them there relatively cheap. So you're going to be wanting to get supplies so you can make some of these things. If you already have it put up, you don't have to worry about it. Also, if you want to make things pretty, they have little molds, different kind of mold. If you want to make bath bombs, they have the molds for those. This one is Calendula Rose. You know how amazing that's going to be? And it tells you how to make it. And this one, you're going to need baking salt. No, not baking salt. Baking soda, Epsom salt, citric acid. You might want to put some of that up, because you could use that in canning too. So, tapioca, which is cornstarch, sweet almond oil. You can trade out different oils for it, but if you want to put some sweet almond oil up, some rose water. Let me tell you where you can get rose water. If you have any in your area, the Middle Eastern stores have it. Some of the Asian stores have it. Relatively cheap. I think I get it for like $2 a bottle. I have orange blossom and rose petal. Different ones put up. They smell fantastic. Anyway, dried rose petals. So if you're planting your garden, and put some roses in it, because then you can pluck the petals, pluck the roses, and you can dry those out, and you'll have them for your apothecary. Calendula blossoms. You can plant those from seed. I planted calendula from seed a few years ago, and they'll drop their seeds and replant themselves. The next year you'll have it abundantly, and it is fantastic. And this last thing on here is bath bomb molds, if you want to make bath bombs, because everything is crazy and you just want a little luxury, plus you just need to take a bath. But look at this beautiful soap. Tells you how to make it. A lot of the things that I already told you are in here. Plus, if you buy the book, you can see some of the other things. I want to make these because they're beautiful. Look at those lotion bars. Anyway, everything in here is so pretty. But the lotion bars call for beeswax, some cocoa butter, almond oil, and then different like rose petals, violet blossoms, things like that. So when you're doing your gardens, plant with a purpose, and then learn how to dry these things out. Sometimes it's just as easy as putting up a little rack and get a clothespin and pinch the stems to it, hang them upside down, and they'll dry out that way. Or you could dry them in the dehydrator or in the oven. I really think we need the sting salve, though. We're going to get some of that. The fire ants out here are not joking when they bite you. But anyway, there's another beautiful sample of what's in this book. Anyway, just lots and lots. There, it's full of recipes. There's a citrus rose lip scrub. The sting salve I told you. Candles. Lotion bars. Deodorant spray. We might need that. So then you'd want a little spray bottle. Anyway, directions are all on here. On this deodorant spray, let me tell you, they have a herbal tea one, cotton candy, cedar juniper, evergreen tree, you smell like a forest, vanilla sugar, creamsicle, that might get somebody in trouble, wild rose, and ocean breeze. Another thing you might think of putting up in your preps is some essential oils, your favorites at least. They're very expensive. If you just get you 2 or 3 of your super favorite ones and put them up and keep some of that in stock, you'll be good to go on a lot of these things. Just a little smell sometimes lift the spirit. I really like orange and citrus flavor or citrus smelling ones. They lift the mood, they lift the spirit, and they're always good to have on hand. So think about that. Castile soap. You probably want to put some of that up. I'm looking at my list here. You're going to want to get a kitchen scale because a lot of the recipes tell you to weigh out so much beeswax or weigh out so much of this product or that. They're relatively inexpensive. I think I bought my set. One of my set was $15. Another one I got free in a gift thing, brand new. So it was super cool. So now I have 2 of them for all my endeavors there. You're going to need a candy thermometer or a candle thermometer. Either way, they're pretty much the same thing. I got mine at Michael's over in the candle section, like candle making section. It was either Michael's or what's the other one? Hobby Lobby. One of the 2. I got it at one of the 2 because I go to both places to look for that kind of stuff. You're going to want to put up some white vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Everybody's told you that on every channel. But I hope some of these other things are new to you to put up. Especially, did you know about the apricot kernel oil? Find you some. Beeswax. Probably didn't think about that. I know you probably know about parchment paper, but you're going to want to put up some extra because you can use it in all of these. When the May book comes out, I'll get that and show it to you too. We'll look at what the difference between this one and the May one is, if it's a whole lot of difference, or if you only need to just buy one and be done with it. Oh, this is one of my favorites because you know I love the bees. Look at that. I actually have this mold. I bought it off of Amazon, I don't know, 2 years ago. And it's beautiful, beautiful. So on this one, this is the Calendula, honey, and lavender lotion bars. I think I'll be making some of those. Maybe I'll make some to give away. So if you're watching this, and you've made it this far, in the comments, leave me a bee emoji. I need to see a bee, a pollinator. Leave me a bee, this kind of bee, emoji in the comments. That way I know you're watching, and that way I will put you in the drawing for whatever it is I'm going to give away, and it's going to be cool. I will tell you, it's probably going to be some type of book that has to do with herbs and making your own medicine and that kind of thing. I'm looking to see which one would be the most awesome. And you know, y'all are supposed to be telling me in the comments which kind you want. If you're wanting something that's all purpose, this kind of thing, or something that's more along the lines of witchy stuff, or something more along the lines of back in the day, how they used to make things in Bible times. I found a book about that. It's exciting. I may have to review that one for you too. Like I said, I buy all kinds of books. I take my stuff from everywhere, all walks of life. Everything has good stuff in it. I take what I think resonates with me, and that's what I use, or my culture. And I think you should look into that. Start seeing how your ancestors made things back in the day when there wasn't things, and start talking to your people and find out those things. Here, another little pretty. Aren't they beautiful? I bet if you could not go to the store and you were stuck with nothing and you had beautiful things out in the garden and you could make your own stuff, your spirits would be lifted no matter what's happening around you. So I encourage you to be looking for bottles, putting up beeswax. You can get it easy. Putting up some essential oils. If you don't know how to extract your own, it's good to get you just get you one or two of your favorites. You don't have to have 15 million of them because everybody else has. You don't have to be like have 900 things up in your cabinet, because if you don't use them, they go bad. They don't last. I mean, you got to check the shelf life on stuff. So just don't waste your money. Put up a few of your favorites. A lot of the places have testers. Like if you go to the health food stores, a lot of them sell essential oils, and they'll have testers out. Test them before you buy a $20 bottle. Test them out. See which one's your favorite. Make sure you don't have a reaction to it. Those kind of things. Remember also, when you are working with the essential oils, they need a carrier. A carrier is like the olive oil or the coconut oil, because if you just put that straight on your skin, you're going to burn yourself or have some kind of reaction, because they're very strong. So make sure you're reading into it. Make sure you're doing your research, and use this time to study and be putting up those books. One other thing I want to show you before I go. I don't think I showed you this yet because I put the package in my car so I could remember to show you, and then I forgot. So, remember I showed you that I bought horseradish root, and I showed you the dirt and that they're coming up now. Well, this is what they look like when you buy the package. I got this package at Atwood's, actually, but sometimes they have them at Tractor Supply if you don't have an Atwood's in your area. There are 2 sets in here, and you will harvest these in the late fall. And I can't remember for sure how much they were, but I think they were $5 for 2. So these will grow well in northern climates, and in the south they're going to require protection from extreme heat. So I will put them, well, I have mine where they get sun in the morning and then they get shade in the hottest part of the day, because we're in the south. We are in East Texas, Southeast Texas. Anyway, very easy to grow. You just really put them there and forget them. That's it. The last ones I had in Missouri, I planted them in my garden at the end of the garden. And I don't know what the captain had such a hatred for my horseradish root. I planted them. He forgot they were there. He ran over them with the lawnmower. They were just growing fantastic. He ran over them with the lawnmower. Then he forgot they were there and set some stuff on fire on top of them. And then the last thing he did to them was set the tiller on top for the winter and forgot. I didn't remember that that's where you put them at. I said, I think you just hate my horseradish root. So when we moved from Missouri, he said, I am not even going to dig them up. The next people who live here can have them. So this time I put them in buckets. And when we move them over to the other property, I'm not going to tell him where I hid them. I'm going to hide them somewhere so he can't find them. But anyway, they'll grow a little plant on them like this so you'll know where they are, but you're going to use the root when you make fire cider. Rosemary Gladstar she has a book out called Fire Cider if you want to look that up on Amazon. And I don't even have an Amazon store, and I've been Amazoning to y'all all day. But anyway, Rosemary Gladstar is somebody to really check out for her books on herbal medicine and all of that stuff. So check her out. Go on there. The Fire Cider book is relatively cheap. She does have some other ones for women's health, men's health, anxiety, and then one that's overall medicinal herbs. I have that one already. I'm going to purchase the Fire Cider one, and I'll share that one with you as well. It is going to be purchased this week. So I'm going to leave you with that because I gave you a lot of information. I want you to think a little bit outside the box. Still get food, still get water, still get all those other things, but start building your apothecary. Start studying. You got to study because herbs, if you don't know, isn't just, you could really hurt yourself if you don't know what you're doing. So you need to study. There's several books out there. I'm going to show you, once I go get them out of my storage building, I'm going to show you several of my favorites that have really good information, so you're not just buying hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of books and it's not what you need. Or sometimes if you don't really know a lot and you're just beginning, it's overwhelming to understand even what they're talking about, because some of it is more along reads like a medical book, and then some of the ones for beginners are just easy enough to understand what they're saying, get the basic knowledge about it, and then move forward in formulas and all of that. So I'll be sharing those with you. Stay tuned on here. As I said in the other ones, I am going to be doing some giveaways. I really want some of y'all to be able to build your apothecary up. We do right now, everybody goes to the store and take it for granted a little bit that all the medicine will be there, but in fact that it's not. You can make some for yourself. At the very least, you can have stinging salve when you get in the fire ants like I did. Or those mosquitoes tote you off because they're ridiculous. I don't know what's in other parts of the United States or the world, but and scorpions. We have devil scorpions here, a little bitty, and they'll get you. They'll get in your bed. I kid you not. One of my other sons, we mowed the grass. This was a few years back. We mowed the grass, and they got up under the door and got in his bed, and he got stung. It was under his pillow. Not only one, there was two under there. So, and you have to think about too, when he got stung by those, he did have a reaction, and I had to wind up taking him to the hospital because he was saying, I cannot, I'm having a hard time breathing, things were swelling. So make sure you have Benadryl on hand. When we're talking about stuff you get from the store, make sure you have plenty of Benadryl on hand. And I don't know if you can even get a hold of an EpiPen. And if you can, they're super expensive. But if that's something you can stock, maybe you should. Anyway, much love, everybody. Leave me some comments. The more you interact with me, the more I see your name, the more I'm going to put it in my little shaker box, because we kick it old school when we do a drawing. I don't know how to put them all in the generator. I'm going to write everybody's name on a piece of paper. All of you who have been commenting and interacting in any kind of way, I see your name. The more I see your name, the more I'm throwing it in the box. if you're listening as I do these, somewhere through there, I'm going to tell you to leave me an emoji of some kind or a word or whatever. And it lets me know you really are there and you really are interacting with me. So somebody's going to be blessed pretty good with some type of book for sure, and whatever else I can dream up to put in the giveaway, which eventually I will show that we were at 265 on subscribers. Somehow I lost one. So I'm at 264, unless it has changed again since I looked last. Would like to get up to 500. Sure would like to get up to 1,000 so we can start getting more stuff out there. But I will be happy to get to 500. If we could get to 500, I'll be doing 2 giveaways then. But since we are at 264 or whatever right now, when we get up to 300, I am going to do a giveaway. Hopefully we can get there pretty quickly. And then I'll do one at 500 and I'll do one at 1,000. As we get more subscribers, the giveaways will be bigger and bigger. So this one will be a really good book on some kind of herbal plants, gardening, thing like that. As I said, if you'll let me know in the comments which direction you'd like to go, straight up gardening and herbal, just regular people kind of thing, or if you wanted a little bit on the witchy side, I will consider both. I might even do both, depending on what people say and how they react on here. I am going to be putting together some of the gift baskets that I do on Rose Hill Cottage. Some of them are boxes of tea with the teacups, and they're beautiful and all of that, with different tea blends that I make in them. I may do one with oils, and some of these products that you see me talking about on here, I may be doing some giveaways with those too. Let me know what you would like. Would you like books? Would you like coloring books? Would you like oils? Would you like teas? Let me know so we know what our giveaways will be. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I don't care who you are. I'm just glad you're watching, that you're going to get some knowledge. You could be friend or foe. It doesn't matter to me as long as you're getting the knowledge so you could survive. Okay, much love, everybody. Talk to you later. Leave me a plant emoji if you're watching all the way to the end. Much love, y'all.